Guard, rifles!
Guard, stand at ease.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Before we begin today, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge this land on which Casa Loma operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this space is still home to the many indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. I'd also like to thank Mr. Di Donato and his gracious staff here at Casa Loma for allowing us to host this event. Their hard work and dedication over the past few days helping orchestrate what you see here today is greatly appreciated by the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada. We are honored to be joined today by our Minister of National Defence, the Honorable Anita Anand, our Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship, the Honorable Sean Fraser, our Minister of Housing, Diversity and Inclusion, the Honorable Anand Hussain, and our current Honorary Colonel of the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada, Major General Retired David Fraser. I'd like to hand over the dais to Mr. Di Donato, the CEO of the Liberty Group, to make a few words.
Thank you so much. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome Queen's Own Rifle to your home, Casa Loma. I do want to share a few words with you with respect to this kind of event happening here and why it is happening here. Really, with the advent of Casa Loma being built by Sir Henry Pellet, who was commanding officer of the Queen's Own Rifle, we've had the pleasure of having these kind of ceremonies here since 1911. It's a true history and a true part of the castle, and we're always pleased to continue to work with the Queen's Own Rifle as a private enterprise working with the military. So it's always an honor for us to be here. One thing that the Queen's Own Rifle should be and is very proud of, and we are very proud of, is on the third floor, where you will be welcome to visit right after the ceremony, is one of Canada's top military museums. And it is the work, the hard work of the Queen's Own Rifle, pulling that together and creating such a wonderful museum for the general public to see. So I welcome you to Casa Loma. I welcome Queen's Own Rifle, and congratulations to all today.
Today we are gathered to honor the service of Lieutenant Colonel Vicky Sunohara to the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada as our outgoing Honorary Lieutenant Colonel, and to celebrate the passing of the sword to our new incoming Honorary Lieutenant Colonel, Manjit Minhas. Ladies and gentlemen, your Honorary Lieutenant Colonel, Vicky Sunohara.
Guard, to your Honorary Lieutenant Colonel, General Salute, present arms. Guard, order arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Honorary Colonel, Major General Retired David Fraser.
Guard, to your Honorary Colonel, General Salute, present arms. Guard, order arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister of National Defence, the Honorable Anita Anand.
Guard, General Salute, present arms. Guard, order arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the changing of command from the outgoing Honorary Lieutenant Colonel to our incoming Honorary Lieutenant Colonel.
Duty drummer, march on the incoming Honorary Lieutenant Colonel.
Guard, stand, easy.
I would now like to invite the Minister of National Defense to say a few words.
Well, hello everyone. So wonderful to see you all here today for this incredibly joyous occasion. I am so honored to be able to be with you this afternoon. I'd like to welcome Minister Sean Fraser here, Minister from my home province of Nova Scotia, and it's just wonderful. I was actually speaking with Sean on the phone yesterday, and neither of us knew that we were going to be here today, so we could have saved our phone call for right now. Now, in all seriousness, though, I'd like to also welcome honorary colonels past and present and future to the Casa Loma. And I'll just tell you a little personal anecdote. I had wanted to get married at the Casa Loma. My husband is actually here right now, so I'll have to remind him of that. But I'm just so happy to be here because this is a wonderful venue for this event and so many others, and we're just so fortunate to be able to be here together today. And I say that because I was just off the plane, basically, from Ukraine and from Germany, where I have been over the past week. And there is no greater country than our country of Canada, and I feel that every time the plane touches down. But to be able to be with you all here today on this auspicious occasion really reiterates that point to me right now. So welcome, and let's really enjoy the celebration that we are here today to honor. And for my part, it is a specific honor to join the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada and all the Canadian Armed Forces members present today. Today's ceremony has been an incredible display of tradition, of history, and as I said, celebration. As Canada's oldest and longest serving infantry regiment, the Queen's Own Rifles have a distinct and special place in Canada's identity. And in fact, this year marks the 163rd year of the regiment's service. Big congratulations to you all on that, as well as on the 40th anniversary of your parachute tasking. As an airborne regiment, your work in continuing to maintain an airborne tasking and working closely with the 3rd Battalion Royal Canadian Regiment to have airborne capacity is integral. And it's a tactical imperative, in fact, to rapidly deploy members on the ground, and it's just crucial for our country to have this capacity, especially in the current global strategic and threat environment. Et est-ce que je pourrais dire aussi que votre travail nous permet de maintenir un avantage opérationnel, ce qui est bon pour notre pays, le Canada, et aussi pour les Canadiens et pour notre sécurité collective avec nos alliés, avec nos partenaires aussi. Now, along with being practically and tactically astute, the regiment has a special place in my heart. It is diverse. Based out of the Toronto area, the regiment brings together talent from different communities, different cultures, into an inclusive and tight-knit group. The regiment, I know, is family, and as the saying goes, once a member, always a member. In fact, you represent everything that I stand for as minister, and I believe Minister Fraser as well, especially in his work on immigration, which is so important for our country. We envision this country to continue to grow, to be a diverse and inclusive community, and that is exactly what you represent here in this regiment. So my sincere thanks to the troops, airborne troops, and alumni present in the audience for your service and for being here today. Now this brings me to the ceremony itself. And first of all, I would like to recognize Honorary Lieutenant Colonel of the Queen's Own Rifles, Vicky Sunohara. Vicky, I can't see you. There you are. Perfect. Now, I'm sure Vicky will agree with me, but it needs to be said that honorary is much more than just a title. You are a guardian of the regimental traditions and history, promoting the regiment's identity and ethos. As honorary colonel, you have created and maintained connections between the regiment and the community, and you have been a role model in the pursuit of excellence. And in fact, I'd like to say that few exemplify this more than you, Lieutenant Colonel Sunohara. You are one of the greatest hockey players of all time. Your legacy is unparalleled. 12 years on the Canadian national women's team, 18 medals, including 15 gold and 2 silver, and a remarkable dedication to bettering the lives of others through coaching, through mentoring, and through community engagement. You have done an exemplary job amidst exceptionally hard and challenging circumstances, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. I'd like to thank you sincerely for your leadership and for your incredible service. Can we give her a hand, please? And I'd like to now take a moment to talk about my friend Manjit Minhas. It brings me tremendous joy today to see her appointed as the Honorary Lieutenant Colonel of the Queen's Own Rifles of Canada. Nous connaissons tous Manjit comme l'un des entrepreneurs les plus prospères du Canada. In fact, since starting her own business in Calgary at the age of 19, Manjit has been an exceptional leader in the business community. And I hope you don't mind if I list some of your accomplishments. Vicky didn't mind. I'm gonna have to do that, Manjit. The recipient of awards such as the Top Woman Entrepreneur of the Year, Forbes Woman of Distinction, Top Growth Entrepreneur, Sikh Centennial Foundation Award, and perhaps the position she's most well known for, the privilege of being a dragon. one of my kids' favorite shows. She's broken records in the business world and barriers along with it. Manjit, you are a trailblazer, not just in the South Asian community, but for all women in Canada. Your depth, your breadth of community engagement, your entrepreneurial knowledge, your corporate social responsibility will bring tremendous value to this role. Félicitations, congratulations on your appointment. I would like to close today by expressing my deepest gratitude to the Canadian Armed Forces. As I mentioned, I just returned home from Ukraine and the Ramstein Air Base, where I met with Ukrainian Defense Minister Alexei Resnikov and our NATO allies. And they were very clear. Canada and the Canadian Armed Forces contributions could not be more important at this time in the global strategic environment. Make no mistake, we are making a difference on the ground, and the Canadian Armed Forces are at the heart of it all. And I certainly feel so very grateful to be here with you today, and I'm sure you share with me in the gratitude of being Canadian. To our Canadian Armed Forces, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your dedication, including in ceremonies like today, where we see Canada's military tradition on display. I see the time, the effort, and the practice that has gone into making this ceremony happen. And I will say I received multiple texts yesterday from people telling me that you had been practicing very hard. It shows. Thank you very much for everything you are doing. Your work is exemplary. Thank you again, and most importantly, congratulations again, to Honorary Lieutenant Colonel Manjit Minhas for your appointment, and thank you to the Queen's Own Rifles for inviting me here to this very special ceremony. Merci beaucoup, et bonne journée. Thank you.
I'd like to invite our outgoing Honorary Lieutenant Colonel, Vicky Sunohara, to say a few words.
Thank you. That was quite a hard act. This is quite a hard act to follow. I have been so honored to hold this position with the Queen's Own Rifles. I'd really like to thank the former Regimental Sergeant Major Donovan O'Halloran and the former Commanding Officer Frank Laney, who we met about maybe 4.5 years ago to discuss this opportunity, and it has been such a life-changing and memorable opportunity and experience. Unfortunately, through the pandemic, I think that a lot of events were missed, but I cherish the time I was able to spend with the regiment, and I hope in the future, and especially if the regiment needs a hockey coach, I'm only a phone call away. To the incoming Honorary Lieutenant Colonel Manjit Minhas, I'd love to just say congratulations. The regiment will be definitely better for your appointment, and I just want to say congratulations and all the best. Thank you to the Queen's Own Rifles for just this opportunity. I'll keep it pretty short. Definitely such an honor and a privilege to hold this position, and I wish everybody the best. Thank you.
Thank you to Minister Anita and Anand, very kind words. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you to everybody being here today. I'm extremely humbled and honored, not only to wear this uniform, but to be appointed as the Honorary Lieutenant Colonel. It has been a remarkable last 2 days, meeting the brave men and women who serve, and I look forward to fostering esprit de corps and being an ambassador and an advocate for our troops. Thank you.
Guard! General salute! Present arms! Guard! Guard, rifles.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you rise and remain standing for the departure of our dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister of National Defense, the Honorable Anita and Anand.
Guard. Present arms. Guard. Order. Arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Honorary Colonel, Major General Retired David Fraser.
Guard. Present arms. Guard. Order. Arms.
And ladies and gentlemen, our new Honorary Lieutenant Colonel, Manjit Minhas.
Present arms. Guard. Order. Arms. Sergeant Major.
Ma'am!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. This concludes the ceremony. Please join us upstairs on the 3rd floor for a reception. The members,
Close! Stand! March! Right turn. Cover! Sound the immense!
Sentries, to the rear. Quick! March!